We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now it's Ajayi. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And his first pass is incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That gave him a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Wentz going to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st down, Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
81.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? This is Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw on 3rd down. Manning under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. They do go for it. It's Manning. Jordan Hicks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Zebra. Hey, gun. Zebra. Hey, yo, Blue 80.
On second down, here's Manning. He's got his man on the crossing route. There goes Sterling Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Tate's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Alec Ogletree not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Wentz to throw on second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Alec Ogletree in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Great 15. 15. Grade 15.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Hurts over the middle. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
Go, go. Run.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Wentz now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Ajayi. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Wentz looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Manning. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll run with Barkley. And now running right through it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
On 3rd down, Manning. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 78 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra, zebra.
Manning now on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, second down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Zebra, zebra.
Working from the gun, Manning. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Wentz now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to let one fly for and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Michael Thomas. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the Giants ready to come out now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. They run with Ajayi. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Hey, 17, George, watch 17.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Zebra.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, it's Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down, and he'll get this across midfield to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Regular. Hey, gun. Zebra. Good.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The toss out to Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Hey, go 56. 27 to Sam. 27 to Sam.
Now it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Zebra.
To throw is Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
Zebra. Hey, gun.
To throw, it's Manning. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Zebra.
Manning looking to throw it. On the crossing route, complete. That's Shepard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Hey. Alert three.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Caught right side, Tate. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Black, come on.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And he connects with Ertz. And he goes out right around the 39. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now wins. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants. Let's get there. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go